Blammo. We are here.
We're here.
And it's a new year.
Man, look at them nice lyrics.
We here, new year, and we got something fun on the docket for the day.
Yeah, well, fun for us. We'll see for everyone else how it goes.
Yeah, we're going to offer some Valentine's Day advice, and this is coming from the two least qualified people ever.
Boy, I think least qualified, that's an understatement.
Yes.
But probably two, like the absolutely worst qualified people to offer advice, but we're here to offer it.
We're here to offer it. You can accept it or leave it. The choice is yours.
We're here for you.
But you have our disclaimer and understanding that, you're getting advice from a person who made an oven pizza for his wife on her birthday one year.
Oven pizza?
Yeah, man. I did it.
So yeah, you're gonna have to drop a little story here.
I don't know that I can. Even just saying that makes me feel a lot of pain and regret. Just the memory.
So like oven pizza. So like what I'm picturing is, did you say it was for her birthday?
Yeah.
So what I'm picturing is her birthday is coming up. You're like, what I'll do is she loves pizza. I'm going to make a pizza from scratch, throw it in the oven, and we'll celebrate her love for pizza and my love for her.
Yeah.
Is that what went down?
Basically none of that. I might have been dipping into a 7-wing on this one a little bit.
Yeah. So what's the story? What happened?
Oh, it's her birthday. I need to make some food.
It's like, so this is like on her birthday, your thought process.
Yeah,
like,
man. So I dipped into that freezer and I got me the nicest oven pizza that was hanging out in our freezer.
Oh, like a DiGiorno.
Oh no, man! Like way low. We're talking Totino's. I may have added some ingredients on top just to spice it up a little bit with some green chilies or something. But oh man, we're talking one of the most grand swings and misses in my life that resulted in a lot of internal pain. And probably this memory is just covered in burrs. You know what I mean? Like just talking about this right now.
Just making you cringe.
Like, yeah, I feel like I gotta look over my shoulder.
Nervousness. You're acting.
Good night.
You're acting all fidgety.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. So then, different than what I just summarized, what ended up being the case was when you say I made oven pizzas is on the day of her birthday.
Yeah.
The day of.
Yeah.
You pull out some Totino's or an equivalent.
Delicious. Yeah.
Slam on a can of green chilies.
Yeah.
A little small can of green chilies. Throw those on there.
Yeah.
To just accentuate your love for her.
Yeah.
Nothing accentuates your love like some green chilies on a Totino's.
Yeah.
And you pull those out. Her response isn't effusive.
I was surprised at her response. Yeah.
It wasn't effusive in
Not
love
effusive
and praise. And now has led to a stilly bird memory.
Trauma.
That brings up fear and trauma.
You got it, man.
Okay.
You got it. So, yeah, any disclaimer for anyone listening to this, just know, take this advice with a grain of salt.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So that's the disclaimer.
Yeah.
But Valentine's Day is coming up, and we got you covered with some good advice.
We do.
With that disclaimer in mind.
Yeah, with that disclaimer in mind. So I thought it might be kind of fun for us to talk about our relationship dynamics a little bit.
Ooh,
right?
That makes me a little fearful.
Yeah, now you're dipping in your 6. So we could talk about our relationship dynamics a little bit, and then what we could do is talk about, because we're going Enneagram today, right?
Yeah.
People love the flipping Enneagram. So we'll go Enneagram, and then we'll make some advice, ideas that you could get for your partner based on their Enneagram number.
Yeah. So, yeah, this seems doable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask for you to go first, though, because I am fearful. So with the relationship dynamics, what you're talking about is using the Enneagram to talk about how things play out for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, going back to our very first episode, which was almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coming up.
Yeah, man. Anniversary. I introduced myself as the 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the loyal skeptic, I think is that, or the loyalist or the questioner, something to that effect, right? And so a core component of that 6 is the self-doubt thing, right? Like lots of ideas, think I know best, but then doubt myself to follow through on the things that I think I know best.
Oh, I love that dynamic.
Yeah. So bring that to a relationship, right?
Oh, so now, yeah. So probably with gift giving, you like think of ideas, you fall into second guessing.
Yeah.
And then it just gets kicked down the road.
Yeah.
Till last minute.
It's like an exercise of paralysis and procrastination.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I really don't want to do the wrong thing, right? Because what if I get the wrong gift?
So you already, just based on your number, that seems like probably tough gift giving.
It is.
Okay.
So let's put this in the context of my relationship, right?
Yeah, let's have it.
So my wife,
I'm so excited for this.
Jamie's a 3.
Oh.
She's the achiever, right? So 3s knock it out of the park. Everything's done well. Image conscious, like it matters what happens.
So she probably does well in getting you gifts. Like she probably knocks it out of the park, nails it every time.
She's extremely thoughtful.
Yeah.
And like she's probably one of the best gift givers I know. Yeah. Like she is super good at giving gifts.
So the achiever, the 3's the achiever, that high achieving status plays into gift giving.
Absolutely. So this is an awful dynamic.
Yeah, what does that do for your second guessing?
Oh, it's the worst thing ever. I've just kind of resorted to like, just go get yourself whatever you want. That's easiest for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel good about that. Yeah.
Oh man. So you're like focused on always seeking support, knowing that you're connected to the person across from you as a 6.
Yeah.
And then this just dips you into like this worry, like, I'm going to blow this.
I'm going to screw this up. And when I do, what's going to happen?
You're going to lose that support.
Yeah, I'm going to lose that support. So that creates a really tricky dynamic. And there's been a series of events through the course of my life in which I've basically struck out several times gift giving. So I have this kind of lived experience of it's just easier to like, just get yourself what you want and you're happy. We're good. It's kind of how it works for me.
Yeah. But you don't live up to that like high achieving, like she can do that for you.
Yeah.
That's just me trying to lean into your second guessing.
No. Yeah. So that's kind of our dynamic. You introduced yourself as the 5.
I'm the 5, yeah. So
and
like the investigator. It's a lot more comfortable for me to listen to your relationship dynamic. Can't we do that longer?
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think people are already tired of that. Yeah. I think they want to know what's going on with you.
So the 5, the investigator, right? Like it doesn't play out super well when it comes to relationships. Like for me, if we were to talk specifically about a day like Valentine's Day, it leads into this question of like, why are we as a culture giving gifts on this day randomly selected to celebrate the martyrdom of some early Christian saints that has now been amplified by consumerism, and we all kind of agree to just perpetuate that?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And do you ever question why you feel so irritable?
Yeah, because I think of things like that. Right. Like for me, it'd even be a little more comfortable if like everyone agreed like, what we're kind of doing here is absurd, but we're going to do it because like our focus is connection. It still just feels wrapped up in the consumer element, different than like the connection element most of the time. Mm-hmm. Some people probably do really well with it and probably openly and intentionally have it just based on connection. But
does it feel forced?
Yeah.
Is that like the thing?
Oh, it feels forced.
Yeah.
And it feels ignorant to like the history of like what the day actually is.
Yeah.
And then I'm just confused in it.
There we go.
It's just confused. I feel like there must be some piece of information I'm missing here.
Because everyone's doing this thing.
Yeah. Like I'm missing something.
So you got a confused, irritable 5 in a relationship. And what are things like with your wife?
So on that basis, like me coming from that angle really plays up the amount of sentimentality and romantic air that I can put on.
So my impression here, and you say that, is that when it comes to the spectrum of sentimentality, we're probably on the low end.
So then the reason I say that last little piece there is to introduce my wife. She's like a 4.
Okay.
I also think probably a 7-ish.
Yeah.
So she's like the individualist and the enthusiast.
Okay.
So for her, she actually may forget that it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like she may not be aware that it's actually Valentine's Day.
Mm.
And I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You're thinking, well, you're off the hook.
It's the best thing ever.
Like that gets you out of your fear.
But I'm thinking it probably doesn't land that way.
No. Because at some point before, during, or after, there'll be some desire for like this unique sentimental connection, which is like the antithesis of like where I'm coming from.
That sounds a little bit like hell for you.
Well, yeah. So it'd be like this deeply romantic and uniquely created connection, opportunity for connection.
Yeah.
Not based just on gift giving, but some like maybe spontaneous and unique way to connect.
And that can happen before the day, on the day, maybe after the day.
The thought's going to hit at some point, and that's going to be the desire.
Okay.
And me coming from where I'm at, I'm probably going to miss.
I believe this.
Yeah. So we have these stellar dynamics in our relationships.
Yeah.
So thinking about this, I thought, man, the Enneagram stuff, it's a really engaging way. Maybe Cody and I could brainstorm an easy way to do better with this, and then offer this advice to everyone.
Yeah. Hashtag do better, everyone.
Yeah. So me thinking, well, everyone's probably doing a lot better than us. So me thinking through this, I thought, well, we could just break this down into like a 2-part process. Like this is me like overanalyzing it. And I thought, really, coming down to it, it's not that hard. Like, it's just step 1, find out what Enneagram number your partner is.
Okay.
Step 2, find out what gifts typically work well for that Enneagram type.
Yeah.
Boom, bam, bing.
Yeah.
Results are success.
Yeah.
And since I've figured out this magical key, why not offer this to everyone else?
Yeah, I love this. Couple quick points. One, I love that we baked gift giving on Valentine's Day down into like an Excel formula. This is good. So if then, this is good.
Yeah.
And the next thing, 2-part process, man. This is good.
Yeah, it's not like 5. It's not 8. It's not even 100-part process. It's a 2-part process.
And for the 5, what's a typical like maybe a mean average number of part process?
That's usually like there's 25 variables in play.
Yeah, here we go.
And then that's exponentially compounded by the combinations of the dynamics of those different variables.
So I want everyone to know how difficult and how much growth Dan is showing in this one thing, that this is just a 2-part process. This is amazing.
Into 2.
Yeah.
Instead of 200.
This could be a 200-part process.
But here we are. We got it. We got a 2-part process. So thinking this through, I thought, well, there's a really easy way and a way that you can introduce romance and sentimentality by accomplishing this first step.
Okay.
Also, it's noteworthy. I think we're expecting to release this on the 9th of February.
Yeah.
And so you'll have a solid 5 days to nail down this 2-part process.
5 days of just second guessing yourself, everyone. This is a great idea. Probably just release this on Valentine's Day. It'd be a little bit better.
Yeah. So anyways, you got 5 days.
Okay.
First step, figure out the Enneagram number of your partner.
Okay.
If you know that, great. If you don't, here's what you do.
Yeah. So how do we break it down? I want to know my partner's Enneagram number.
Yeah. I got this nailed.
Yeah.
So easy.
Okay.
So each Enneagram type has a fear that they're worried about. And so a way to connect with your partner is one evening while you're sitting there, just, you've done whatever the day has required.
Yep. Things
have settled in. You and your partner are sitting there, looking lovingly into each other's eyes.
Yep.
Maybe not. And what you got to do in advance is you got to write down the fear of each type, and then you look at your partner and you say, "What is your greatest fear?"
What a way to connect. Dan, this is great, man. So you write down, I almost picture like, how like football quarterbacks have like all the plays on their arm.
Oh, yeah.
Like one of those bands or something.
Yeah.
So you could look and you just kind of ask them like, what is your greatest fear? Like that?
Oh, that's perfect. Well, so the way I said it's a little different. You got to get the tone right. You got to say,
okay.
You got to look them in the eye.
Okay.
Say, what is your greatest fear?
Okay, let me try. What is your greatest fear?
Yeah.
It was kind of airy, a little breathy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that I think the armband's a great idea.
Okay.
But you gotta play it off like you're just wearing it for aesthetics. Like you don't want them to know that you're dipping into step 1 of a step 2 Valentine's Day process.
Right. So you want to conceal this. So if my wife asks, why are you wearing that athletic armband that flips up? I will say,
Yeah, it helps me wipe the sweat off my forehead.
pretty cool, huh?
Pretty cool.
Pretty
Pretty
cool.
slamming armband there, right?
Yeah.
If you don't do that, what you could do, you could also like write the fears on the palm of your hand and have the 9 different fears written down on the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
And so you could look at your palm. If you get sweaty palms, maybe go the wristband route.
Okay. Yeah. Love that. So this is like how I used to pass tests in high school, keeping the information on my hand kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then when she gives her answer, or when your partner, could be he or she, gives their answer, then you simply compare it to the fears of the Enneagram, and then you know what number they are.
Okay. So if my partner says, let's say they say sharks.
That's a little tricky because the Enneagram fears are a little more abstract than that.
Okay.
So I think this is easy for a 5. It may be more difficult for others, but you can say, well, what's a more abstract way that you're fearful?
Okay. That's a good follow-up question.
Yeah. So that's your contingency.
Okay.
To ask that.
And if they have no time for this.
If they have no time for this?
Yeah, and they say,
then
I don't got any time for this question.
Then you know they're a 5.
Okay. Perfect. So we got one type pinned down.
Yeah. Or an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because an 8 would be focused on that efficiency. If that doesn't feel efficient.
Yeah.
So then if they say I don't have time for this, you know they're a 5 or an 8.
Okay. Yeah. If they punch you in the mouth, maybe that would be an 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it'd be the tone. Like the 5 may say it in a slightly irritated way. The 8's going to be completely annoyed and angered that you even ventured asking about their fear.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good way to introduce connection, and it sets the tone for that romance and that sentimentality to come into play.
There we go.
You on board?
I'm on board. Okay. So what is your greatest fear? Fear.
There you go.
Breathy. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. So if maybe that doesn't pan out the way that it's panning out in my mind.
You don't think it's going to hit? You don't think it'll land?
I don't see it going that way. Maybe this is the second guessy part of the 6 of me here. Is I'm just like, I don't think it's going to work for me. I just see it going a different way. What if we create a scenario?
Oh, like a real life test.
Like a real life test, an RLT. Yeah.
I'm with you.
So let's get that RLT, and then we're going to have to step into our 5 a little bit and sort of do some observing.
Okay.
Because we're going to have to watch how our partner reacts in a situation.
I'm a fan of observing. I can get on board here.
Okay. So let's say we go to a coffee shop, like a good local Flagstaff coffee shop.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Like Lux
North. Okay.
K-stand.
Yeah.
Hit up the kickstand.
Yeah. About an 1/8 of my yearly annual salary goes to kickstand, it seems.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's say take your partner to kickstand, and then, we want to watch what happens here, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you're observing them in this real life scenario at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the 1,
what does that look like?
What does that look like? So let's remind ourselves real quick. What is the 1?
So it's like the reformer. They want things black and white. Things to be, the world needs to operate categorically the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, like the world should operate a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say that 1 gets their coffee and the cup is stained.
Oof.
Or maybe their name is spelled wrong.
That's going to be rough for a 1.
Yeah. What might we see? How does the 1 respond in that scenario?
Oh, they're going to like try and hide the stain, request a new cup, maybe put in another cup. If it's spelled wrong, I don't know. What do? They try and like write it out but complain or?
Yeah, I think they would probably just be like, the barista should know that my name is spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, a statement about how that's the obvious spelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also maybe like kind of cleaning up the space around them. They should have someone come around here and clean this. That kind of thing, like wipe off the counter or something like that.
Wanting things to be right.
Yeah. So if you observe your partner in the coffee shop and they're like, wanting things to be right, whether that's the name on their cup or the cup not having a stain on it, comments about that, you might have yourself a 1.
Okay. So number 2, the helper. They always want to please others, do things for others. What are they going to look like? If your partners are 2, what would that look like?
I love 2s, man. So the 2 at the coffee shop, might buy a gift card and give it to the barista. Is that kind of what you're thinking? They might buy a gift card to Kickstand and give it to the barista.
So as they're buying their drink, they're like, hey, throw in a $5 gift card.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all that you do.
And do you need me to come back there and help you a little bit?
Yeah.
Like I can pull my own shot, or I can just let me know. You guys look busy. I'd like to help.
Yeah. Maybe checking in with the barista about how their life's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and here's a $5 gift card for working out. Really appreciate it.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So if your partner does that, that's a 2 in this LFT.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. LRT.
LRT.
No, RLT.
RLT.
Real life test.
Real life test.
LFT is late for train. But we're at Kickstand though. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So real life test. So 3, the achiever.
Yeah.
So this is the high expectations. So if you were to take Mrs. Be Nice to the coffee shop, what may that look like?
Well, she's probably, what you need to look out for, right, for the 3 is they're probably going to be checking in on what is the Wi-Fi password and how fast the Wi-Fi is.
So they can like get stuff done while there.
I'm here to work. I need to know that I can plug in my computer. I need to know that I can get on the internet and run these reports. And then I'm going to be working harder than everyone else.
So firing off a few emails while in line.
Yeah. They might be on the phone firing off those emails. They get their drinks, sit down. They're knocking out the work.
They're just achieving.
Okay. Getting those results. And they're also probably going to be a little bit image conscious. So they're going to know like what's going on around them, how their space looks and that kind of stuff, what kind of equipment they got. Yeah.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Okay. So the 4, the individualist.
Yeah.
They like that unique side. What does that look like at the coffee shop?
They're going to be putting some like considerable thought, right, into the history of the beans. They want to know like where did these bees come from, and they're going to consider the very unique nature of each bean and how they're different, and that kind of thing. And maybe just knock out a quick journal entry while they're there.
so they got like their moleskin journal they're just dipping into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So maybe just kind of check in with myself while I wait for this mystical drink, that sort of thing.
Okay. So a 5 at a coffee shop.
This is, the 5, right?
So this is if they go to a coffee shop rather than make the coffee for themselves.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So 5.
Like just go 5. So cool.
What would they look like?
The 5 is probably going to be putting off like any type of vibe that says something to the effect of like, not open for business right now. Please don't talk to me.
Like we don't need to have small talk.
No small talk. Don't ask me how my day is going. I don't care that it's sunny outside and 52 degrees in the middle of February. Just take my drink order, give me my drink, and then I'll be on my way. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, that just seems typical. How do they communicate that?
That seems typical. How do they communicate that? Well, probably with a pair of AirPods in their ears, first off. And then probably pretty bluntly, concrete matter of the fact. Just,
Business. Let's conduct our business and be on our way.
And and just a disclaimer, like, don't bother a 5. Like, if they're at the coffee shop working, don't do it. If you think I should talk to this person, don't do it. Just don't.
So if your partner is kind of like averse to communication, maybe a 5. A 6. So a 6, the loyalist at the coffee shop, what does that look like?
Yeah, man. So, I mean, first off, if that 6 is there, let's say I'm there with my wife to work, right? Mm-hmm. And she's cranking out her emails and that sort of thing. I'm going to be covering my screens. I don't want people to know what passwords I'm using, right?
Oh, jeez.
I might be wondering about the screen protector.
Everyone's trying to get in on Cody's business.
Dude, they're trying to steal my stuff. They want to share it with the government. Golly, man. I'll probably bring my own wipes because we're in a pandemic just to wipe everything down.
Yeah. Probably bring your own roll of toilet paper if you need to use the bathroom. Take that in there.
No doubt. I mean, who knows? They might not have it. So you got to have your own toilet paper just in case.
Okay. So that's a 6. A 7, the enthusiast.
Oh, so pumped to see everyone who they've never even met. Just bouncing off the walls. They know the secret drinks that are not on the menu because they're friends with the barista. They go there so often that the barista knows them by name, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they'll be ordering the secret drink and talking to everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So 8, the challenger. What are they going to look like at a coffee shop?
Whew, man, we're talking efficiency here, right? So they just want the coffee, black, straight. Give me my coffee, I'm out. That kind of thing. So there's an efficiency component to this. They might even do the mobile order so they can just walk in and pick it up.
But they probably got that nailed down, right?
I would think the 8's going to have that down.
Just like walk in, get their order, walk out.
Yeah. Get back to Twitter and start slamming some people.
Get on them socials.
Yeah.
Start lighting people up.
Just start lighting folks up. Yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
So that's the 8.
Yeah.
The 9, the peacemaker.
Oh, the peacemaker. Yeah, just the peacemaker orders their drink. Maybe the barista gets it a little bit wrong, but they don't want to send it back and cause any problems, right? Yeah. So they might convince themselves with a disgusted look on their face that this is the drink that they want and it'll be okay. Yeah.
So they'll just, like, whatever happens, they'll write it out. If the drink's wrong, order's wrong. If anything in the environment's uncomfortable, write it out.
They'll justify it and make it okay.
Okay. So maybe if you're trying to do this as that RLT, that real life test, maybe what you could do is like whisper to the barista to get it wrong, or whisper to the barista to spell the name wrong, or tell them the order for your partner.
Yeah.
And tell them the wrong spelling on the name.
Yeah.
See the response.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that 8 might blast out the barista, right?
Okay.
Is that what it looks like?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna, I gotta humbly admit, this may be a better route than the fear.
Okay.
Than trying to get the fear. Like, if you want to know the type of your partner, I think the coffee shop real life test may be a better route.
So go that RLT, or try the fear, and that might inform taking the next step.
Or if you want to be thorough, do both.
Do both, yeah.
And then you can just do that.
Well, you could ask what their greatest fear is, and they could say, well, it's to get my name wrong on my coffee cup. And then if they get the name wrong and they're pretty chill about it, they might not have a great understanding of what's going on internally.
Yeah. Lack of reliability.
So watch. Yeah.
Oof.
Well, that's fun, man.
Maybe if it goes that route where it's incongruent, maybe just have them take an online test.
That might help. Yeah, there you go.
So then step 1 of the process, done and done. You find out what type they are.
Boom. Yeah, so Dan's 2-step process in Valentine's Day gift giving, find out the Enneagram type. And then what's the next part?
Is to get the gift that fits that type, which I think this is your wheelhouse. Like, I think this, based on your anecdote of the Totino's pizza with green chilies.
Yeah.
I think you're our guy.
I am, again, wildly large disclaimer that I am not the guy to be doing this. But I think we got some ideas.
I got some faith in you.
All right.
I got some faith in you. I'm trying to build you up with that false confidence, and then I'll lean into your second guessing as the days the days get closer.
Put the thumb on and just push. Yeah. That's effed up.
So oh man, you do it to me.
Yeah.
So it's just a return of the favor.
No doubt.
So gift ideas. So then let's go through the 9 types once again.
Okay.
And once you know what your partner is, this is what you do. This is the secret key.
Just keep it simple. Don't venture outside these guidelines.
Yeah. Just follow this.
Yeah.
You'll nail it. Knock it out of the park. Boom, bam, bing.
And then do it again next year.
Success.
And
next
year.
Success.
This is really just like a roadmap for life success.
Yeah. Anytime you get a gift for your partner, you can use this episode moving forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Save this one.
Yeah. So the reformer, right? Let's start. We'll go through the numbers in order again.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they're going to want something practical. So like what's a good idea for the reformer?
So again, the world operates in a certain way, or should operate in a certain way. So the practical gift, maybe some toilet paper, and then the follow through, the kicker that's really going to make that one happy. Put it away where it goes.
So toilet paper. Get that. So something practical. Toilet paper is very practical.
Yep.
But you got to make sure that you put it wherever it goes.
Yeah.
If it's if it's like an empty roll, you replace the roll.
Recycle the cardboard. Add a new roll.
Top side going down.
That's how ones will get upset about that kind of thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. To the helper. So the helper again.
The helper, man. Help the helper do what they do best. So get them something that paves the road for them to help.
Yeah.
So you might want to get your helper partner, for instance, like a toaster oven. So that they could then make you you see where I'm going?
So instead of making them the pizza, get them the oven to make you the pizza.
You got it. Yeah. That's a great gift for the helper, because they get to do something to help, to serve, and they love that. 2s love that.
I don't see how this would go wrong.
Yeah, we are 2 for 2.
2 for 2. So
2 for 2.
3, the achiever. So this is going to help you. This is advice for you. The achiever, the person that has that high expectation, fulfills that expectation in their lives, wants you to live up to that expectation.
Absolutely.
What do you do?
Do you got to go big or you go home? Everything has to be executed perfectly throughout the day. So meals, gifts, luxury travel, anything like that. It needs to be done right. Perfect execution.
So go big.
Go big.
And then make sure the execution comes through.
And don't F it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like luxury travel, you mean like that, that's like the Hummer limousine?
It could be the Hummer limousine. I was thinking more like I don't know, some resort kind of thing, right? Like something
like a spa resort or a Hummer limousine, one of those two.
Well, a Hummer limousine to the spa resort might be the answer. That's the three. That's the three.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, for me, I'm thinking like, let's drive over to Walnut Canyon. That's probably not going to do it. Yeah.
What if you drive over to Walnut Canyon in that limousine, though?
That might...
You get you halfway there.
It might help a little bit. But the destination is important here, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The 4, the individualist.
Oh, man. So you really want to hit on that deep philosophy, right? That poetic lens through which the 4 views the world.
Yeah.
So maybe a very obscure flower accompanied by Rumi. A nice poem.
Oh, poem from Rumi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like that's pretty straightforward. Like, it just has to be obscure as possible, probably.
Yeah, this is not a poem that you're going to want to see posted on social media by everybody. Yeah. This has got to be one-off, very rare, deep find, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like some flower that's not indigenous to the region. It's just some flower that's like some obscure.
Obscurity is a very important component here as well.
Okay. Now, the investigator, 5.
Oh, gosh. So for all of you really lucky folks out there whose partner's a 5, remember, time, space, and knowledge is kind of the thing, right? That's the thing. So, Dan, you're kind of referencing this earlier, right? Like there's kind of this whole context of the holiday that like kind of creates this pretense.
Like, what's the basis of us celebrating this day different than the 13th?
So the thing that the 15th.
Yeah. Why is this day unique and different than any other day?
And I kind of already imagine your mind going to like, oh, there must be some report that like in the middle of February, businesses are doing the worst day of the year. And so this is a way to boost her.
I would think that. If the holiday originated based on capitalism. I think capitalism is only the fuel that's led to what it is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I think I often think of a day like this. There's probably some origin or ideology. What is that? Why do we do this?
Yeah, gotcha. Then capitalism got its fingernails in it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So the thing, if your partner is a 5, is just acknowledge how silly it is to celebrate a holiday originating from the Roman festival of Lupercalia and hijacked by the Christians in the 5th century, culminating in an emphasis on consumerism. Just start there. Then walk away. That's the greatest thing you can do for your 5. Then at 5, they can have their time. They can read some books. They can go to their favorite chair or go for a run, whatever they want to do.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah, we're 5 for 5.
Yeah.
We're 5 for 5.
Knocking it out of the park.
Knocking it out of the park. That's going to help your 5.
Okay.
There you go.
So the loyalist, 6. Loyalist.
So none of this surprise crap. All right.
So this is for Jamie. A little tidbit for Jamie.
Yeah, none of these surprises. I don't want anything popping out, nothing like that, right? I want to know what's going on. So what's really nice is just some advance notice of any plans. So basically is we can make some careful considerations on what I need.
Yeah.
Right. So if we're going up somewhere, if I need to bring a backup meal, blanket, my favorite stuffed animal, any of those kinds of things, I want to know.
Okay.
So that I can prepare.
Yeah. So if you're going somewhere, how many extra rolls of toilet paper you need to load up.
Here we go. And for me, it's usually multiple. And so and the good thing here is that it doesn't really matter what we do. We'll have a good time. But I just need to make sure I know what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then 7, the enthusiast.
Oh, man, we are going banana sandwich here, right? So a good thing to do for your 7, our 7s are pinballs, and they love a wide range of pleasant surprises maybe. So like throughout the day, maybe some poems here, maybe a surprise date, a surprise gift, something random like a goldfish.
Just like a goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's random
That's
on
random.
Valentine's Day.
There's no connection there, but hey, thought it'd be fun to have a goldfish, huh?
Oh boy! So
Yeah.
if you got a 7, just go get that goldfish and call it done.
Yeah. And all this is fun for the 7 because they might not even remember that it is Valentine's Day. But all of this, if you really want to knock it out of the park for your 7, all of this culminates in going to the airport and buying a ticket to wherever.
Yeah, just telling the attendant, give me a ticket to whatever is the next flight leaving here.
Yeah, close your eyes and just point at the screen with all the departing flights. And, yeah.
That amount of spontaneity would just get that 7. Just romance.
Happy, 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 man. Just so happy. Yeah.
Okay. So 8, the Challenger. This one may be a little difficult. The Challenger, what are they going to want on Valentine's Day?
Well, if you insist that we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day, first, just allow for your 8 to have an hour, go to Twitter, and just blast some people. It's the greatest thing you can do for the 8.
Nothing says romance like just lighten some people up on the socials.
Yeah, like, I love you so much. I just want you to take some time to yourself and just log in and just go to town. Like,
what would you support them in that? Would you say, today I'm also going to send some very incendiary tweets,
and I will also retweet you, and I will join whoever you want to blast.
Maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Retweet.
I'll retweet your stuff to my 4 followers. Yeah. And so, nothing says romance like that. And then once they're done, acknowledge how great they are in that, and then allow for them to have another hour to reply to whoever blasts back. Just give them some time.
Ooh, romance, dude. So 5s and 8s, partners of 5s and 8s, really, really lucky. If you're looking for romance, 5s and 8s.
Yeah. What about a 5 and an 8 in a relationship?
Oof. They'd meet each other, right? Like, it'd be great.
Yeah.
You could just go get that time.
Just go get that time.
So, what about 9, the peacemaker? Oh, this is going to be easy. If your partner's a 9,
yeah,
they may leave Valentine's Day dissatisfied, but you're not going to know.
Yeah. You got to be aware of that, right? The main thing here is, like, let's just keep it easy for the 9. Let's not do anything that's going to cause any types of major distress. And the 9 is also not going to want to have anything happens that causes distress for you. So it's okay. You got to do what you need. What I think, maybe some nice flowers, a card, maybe a donut from the gas station on the way home. You don't have to go too out of your way or anything to that effect. But yeah, whatever you do, the 9 will be okay with.
Man, just get that gas station romance.
Yeah. Or they might not know that. They might not be okay with it, but you'll never know. So you're fine.
All right. Step 2 complete.
Boom. 9 for 9, yo.
Step 1 and 2. Knock it out of the park. Hang on to this. Bookmark this.
Yeah.
This is your way to success any time you're celebrating something.
This is it. Yeah. So again, wild disclaimer. We're not the ones to be taking advice from. So if you do choose to heed this advice,
it's on you.
It's on you. Our lawyer encouraged us to put that in there.
Yeah. However, what would be cool is if people do hit us up and let us know those success stories from following these steps.
Yeah.
And if somehow it goes off the rails, let us know that as well.
Yeah, we'd love to help you correct that.
Yeah. So hit us up and let us know how it goes.
No
how
doubt.
Things land.
Yeah, so this has been super fun. Enneagram advice. And then just like Dan was saying, let us know, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then also, we kind of did this fun episode just to give an update. It'd been a while since we had done a podcast. So here we are getting back into it. But we have some professional changes that are going on. This led to time being dedicated to that and taken away from this. So what do we got coming up?
Yeah, going forward. So we're going to finish up mindfulness. We got generosity in the future. And then, from there, we'll be taking a little bit of a break and retooling, downloading version 2.0, hopefully, and then, implementing that later on in the year.
Mm-hmm. So generosity, we're going to release that as the last attitude of mindfulness, wrap that up.
Yeah.
And then retooling, I think our ideas are to get back to interviews. We do have people who are willing to put up with us to come on the episodes.
Yeah.
But we want to wait till we can meet in person safely. So we'll have that retooled, but also to kind of, get rid of our voices a little bit more, but still do this. We're going to have consistent contributors who talk about things like nutrition, exercise, PT, pets, animals, community events, local politics, local environmental issues.
Yeah.
And we'll have people that actually know what they're talking about come on to contribute occasionally, consistently.
Yeah, for sure. That's the aim.
Yeah. So look forward to that. We have generosity, and then the retooling that will happen in the future, based on those professional changes that we've dedicated time to.
Yeah.
And
in the meantime, we'll be active on the socials and still try to keep updates on Instagram and keep some content flowing.
yeah, as best we can. And otherwise, yeah, why don't you take us out by shouting us out?
No doubt. Hit us up on the interwebs, www.beyondflag.com, flag spelled.
FLG.
And you can always find us on the IG and the tweeters like we were just mentioning. Handles are beyond_flag.
Yeah, hit us up.
We also took a little bit of a sabbatical from that recently.
Yeah, we did. So,
Whether intentional or not, I'm not sure.
Maybe hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all good. So you can find us there, and if you ever want to reach out, suggest someone to interview or anything to that effect, let us know.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Otherwise, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Take care.
Love yous.